Hi friends, in this video I'm going to teach you adverbs of frequency, okay? Let's see. Adverbs of frequency, okay? Adverbs of frequency are important and sometimes they are a little complicated. Let's see one by one, okay? The first one is always. Always, okay? Always. For example, I always wake up at 7 a.m. I always wake up at 7 a.m. Okay? Next one. Next one is usually. Usually, okay? So, I usually walk to work. I usually walk to work, okay? Next one. Next one, normally or I'm sorry, generally. Say normally, okay? Or generally. Okay. So, for example, I normally get good marks. I normally get good marks at school or in math, for example. Good marks in math. Or generally, you can say, both of them, okay? Next one is often or frequently. Often or frequently. So, often or frequently. I often go to gym. I often go to gym. I often go to gym or frequently. Next one is sometimes. Okay? Sometimes. Sometimes, like this. I sometimes, let me just change this position. I sometimes have breakfast at work. I sometimes have breakfast at work, okay? Next one is occasionally. Let me change the page here then. Okay? Occasionally. Next one. Occasionally. I occasionally watch news. I occasionally watch news. It is not always, okay? So, next one we say seldom. Seldom. Look. I seldom go for a walk. Go for a walk. I seldom go for a walk. Next one. Next one, hardly ever or rarely. Hardly ever or rarely. Hardly ever or rarely. I rarely go to matches. I rarely go to matches, or I hardly ever go to matches. And finally we have never. Okay, never. Never. I never, for example, go to work by bus. I never go to work by bus. I never go to work by bus. As you see, I made some examples about all the adverbs of frequency. But the point is how we should use them. Okay, there are some, let's say, formulas for them. Let me just change the page. So, let's see. The first one is, let me just write it for you. So, the first one is, there are three different types of senses that we can use for adverbs of frequency in those senses, okay? The first one, subject, look at here. Subject plus adverb plus main verb, okay? Subject plus adverb plus main verb. So, let me just make an example. For example, we say, Michael never, main verb, never smoke. Michael never smoke, let's say, at home. For example, as you see here, we have the, let me just change the color. We have the subject, Michael, and then we have adverb, okay? And then we have main verb. Do you see? So, this is the first type that you have the main verb. There is no to be or auxiliary verb, okay? We don't have to be or auxiliary verb. What if we have auxiliary verb? Look at here. If we have auxiliary verb. So we say subject again, plus auxiliary verb, subject plus auxiliary verb, plus here we have adverb, then we have main verb. Main verb, okay? So, look. But this auxiliary is not to be. Here, no to be. To be is different. So, auxiliary verb here, I mean, for example, we have, has, had. Or we have, for example, modal verbs, okay? Modal verbs. Or we have do, does, and did. So, these are the auxiliary verbs that I mean here. Look at this example. For example, I say that Sarah has always been working hard. Working hard. As you see, look here. So we have auxiliary verb, and this is our auxiliary verb. Look. Then we have adverbs of frequency. Okay. So here, I mean, of course we have to be, but this to be is because of ing. Okay, it's different. So this is our main verb. Do you see? Work. So, and this one is subject. Okay, and this is the rest of the sentence, not important. So here we have auxiliary verb has, then we have always adverbs of frequency, and then we have main verb. Okay, so, and the other one is when we have to be. Let me just change the page. Wait. When we have to be alone in the sentence, to be alone. Look. So we say subject, subject plus to be, plus here we have adverbs of frequency. adverb, okay? So look here, to be is alone, to be alone. I told you in the previous video, when to be is alone in one sentence, to be is main verb, okay? So to be here is main verb. Look at this example. Let's say I am always on time. I am always on time. So as you see, here we have the subject, then we have to be, do you see? And then we have adverbs of frequency. Look. So here to be is our main verb because there is no other main verb here. Look at the other example. Look at the other example. She is never late. She is never late. Look, again, we have subject, as you see. Then we have to be, as you see. And then we have adverbs of frequency. And these are the rest of the sentence, okay? So it's not important, as you see. So whenever we have to be alone, look at the previous page. If I can just change the page for you. So, yes. So, as you see, I cannot change, I suppose there's a problem. So, we have three types of course, sentences that we can use adverbs of frequency. One of them, as I wrote for you, is subject plus adverb plus main verb when there is no auxiliary verb. Subject, adverb, main verb. No auxiliary verb. Let me just write it again here. Okay. Look, the first one, again, one, subject plus adverbs of frequency plus main verb. There is no auxiliary verb. Two, we have here auxiliary verb but not to be. Subject plus let's say to be first. To be plus adverbs plus blah blah blah. Okay. And number three is again subject plus here we have auxiliary verb. Okay. Subject plus of course first we have auxiliary, then we have the to be verbs. Okay. Sorry, first we have the auxiliary verb, then we have adverbs of frequency. Okay, so here yes, as you see.